Hey guys, PigBenis here. How's everybody doing? I hope you guys are all hoffing and global and doing just freaking awesome. We're here on Arcadia, beautiful Arcadia. We're up on one of the spaceship that hover around here, and I got a lot of questions today, so I'm just gonna have at it here. The first question is, I would just like to know if most people that HOF use amps, and if so, what amp should I use? Now, as you guys all well know, I'm not going to post your names unless you leave it in the comments section, so I'm not going to say this guy's name. And basically, yeah, I mean, a lot of people that HOF use amps. I mean, I'm one of them. There's a ton of amp miners that HOF that use amps. And at the same time, there's a few miners that mine unamped that do very well as well. So you don't have to use an amp to HOF, but it certainly helps it. On the other side of that argument is that you also lose a lot more ped using amps because let's face it, HOFs and globals and big claims are rather rare. And unless you get lucky, or unless you have the ped to keep you going, you're probably going to lose out in the long run. You will lose out in the long run using amps. All right, so yes, a lot of people that mine that use amps HOF a lot. You know, I HOF 3-4 times the last couple days, and I do use big amps. So okay, that answers that. The second question is, first, I noticed you really just fly around and drop bombs. Is there any method to this, or is it pretty random? He also goes on to say, I've seen people say that you should blanket cover spots 55 meters at a time, but that is so tedious and has not proven any better results for me. Yeah, I actually have kind of a thing that I do when I'm in areas. Time and area, and I've said in other videos, like so we'll just say this area for sure for this instance. I can't even speak right now. This area, for instance, basically what I do is I do a couple little test bombs without an amp, and then I'll throw on an amp to determine if the size is good or not. Sometimes if I know that the high markup ores are already in that area, I'll just go in amped. Within 10 amps, if I'm not getting a decent hit, or within 10 drops, if I'm not getting a decent hit rate, I will get up and leave and go to a different area. Area has something to do with it. I've been doing this for so long in the VTOL that I just have kind of a natural feeling as to how far away I have to be from my other drop. Okay, that being said, I also use skill gains as an indicator, and really the only time where I'll use the P and U's, if you guys don't understand, it's P and U, it's position and time. The only time I'll use that is either when I'm in hell or FOMA, and sometimes I don't. If the dome is super hot, I will use that. But for the most part, I've been doing it for so long that I know basically the distance. And it's completely not random. It is not random. I will fly around in a zone, and it may look to be random, but you bet your ass that I'm flying within the zone, and I'm not overlapping my drops. All right. The next question, question 3. Pig, where should I mine for ores on any planet without amp? Thank you, and please answer. Anywhere. I mean, go to Miners Mafia, or Google Miners Mafia, go to the touristic guide, look for ores or end matters, or ores since you're looking for ores, and check that out. You only need a 12% markup on the amp to break even. So, and there's quite a lot of places to do it. Even on Calypso, there's just a multitude of places that you can do that. The fourth question is, I stay on Calypso and just mine Amathera and Eudora. Do you have any spots that you like? I've been doing Chinook Jungle and River, but they have all been bad lately. And this is pretty much the same question as the last question. But basically what I'll say to this, Chinook Jungle and River aren't that bad. There are certainly better spots. So you check out Miners Mafia. I do have a bunch of different spots. Unfortunately, I'm not there right now, so I can't open up a map. But basically, what you really want to do is take a look at Miners Mafia, grab 5 or 6 spots that you really like on Calypso and Ametheria. So like 10 spots altogether. All right, that really good high markup stuff. Write it down and just hit those spots. All right, all day long. Go back every few hours. There's spots here in Arcadia. I've got about 6 really good spots here in Arcadia that I go back, and I probably mine them every 2-3 hours. I go back to them, if I'm in game and whatnot. So do that for yourself. Do the research. Gain the little bit of knowledge that you need, and yeah, and you'll become more and more successful. The 5th question: when you make a find, how long do you have to dig it up? And can you spend a whole day dropping bombs and then another day digging? And I think this was referring to my tower, to the Vita Tower find. Um, Basically, this is how it goes. Anything before ample, the size ample, you have an hour to dig up. Ample is 2 hours. Considerable is 3. Sizable, I think, is 6, and then abundant plus is either 18 or 24 hours to dig up. All right. When you hit a tower, anything over 4,000 ped, you have as much time in the world. It doesn't ever go bad. You can just dig it up whenever. It took me a little over a week to get all the ore out from the Vita Tower. Yeah, so you are limited in time, but not with the towers. Okay. The next question is, do you think the markup on level 9 through 13 amps is worth it? I tried 3 level 10, and what did he say? He said, I tried 3 level 10, and he answered, be nice, still looking to run into you sometime on arc hunting and mining. And his name is Maximus Carl Rogers. He had commented in the comments section, I think it was the last Ask PigBenis, and thanks, sorry to ramble. No problem, Carl. That's what all my videos are, is I ramble. And Carl, I know who you are because I've seen you on the Hoffboard, and in fact, when I hit the Vita Stone, my tower, you were also on the Hoffboard with a very nice Belk, which was 1433. So congrats on that when you hit that. Certainly a very, very nice find. And he left this in one of the comment sections last Ask PigBenis, I think. So no, the markup on level 9s through 13 are extremely prohibitive. You're looking at minimum 140% of, I think, for a level 10. Maybe level 9, but minimum 140%. It's just not worth it. Basically, what would you need to do with that at 140%? You would need like at least I think it would be around 150% markup. I didn't do the math on it. I should have done it before I answered the question, but you would have to hit consistently 150% plus markup. Now, level 13s, 12s, 11s, I know, and I've used them in the past, they go for like 170% markup. There's just no way you're going to find any ore, because any ore worth amount of markup to make that amp worthwhile. Unless you get extremely, extremely lucky, and you guys all know how rare Hoffs are and how rare big finds are, and you get 9 drops out of a level 13, and I think you get 20 drops out of a 10 or 9. I could be wrong on that, but basically the rare ore has much more better markup in the 200 to 300% plus, and you'll never find that rare ore with a large size amp like that. So no, they're extremely prohibitive. The only reason I say, or the only reason I use them, is for video's sake. I never use them outside of the videos. So Carl, thanks for asking, and congrats on that Belk a couple of weeks ago. The next question is, why I never heard about this game, how much people playing it worldwide. Basically, there's over 1 million accounts for this game. It's been out since, I think, 2002. The beta is probably a little bit before that. Yeah, I think it went gold in 06, or actually maybe 08, I don't remember. But it's been around for an extremely, extremely long time. How many people actively play it? Well, it's really anybody's guess. But looking at like today's auction, there's 2,000 pages worth of auction. You're only allowed max 2 pages, so at bare minimum, there's 1,000 active players right now, and that's bare minimum. If I had to really gather a guess of how many active players, it would be over 10,000, just based off of all the active trading that goes on here. The game is very active. The game is very active in that every outpost I've been to in the last few weeks, I've always seen people. Always. Every every major training center, Twin Peaks, Celeste Quarry, all that, has been just extremely busy. In fact, I think it's been busier now than it ever has been, and I've been playing this for a very long time. So, little death right there. Face palm. Look how smushed his face is. So, man, I got sidetracked there. I got ADD. So yeah, a lot of people play this game, like quite a bit. All right, next question. Time for F106 perhaps? And no, never. And I'll tell you what, I use an F105. I like the F105. It's got a search depth of 522. I like the F213. It's got a great search depth of about 100 more meters, 633 I believe it is. I've been using the F213. I've been using the TK320 and the F105. I use the F105 in Hell and Foma, and the other ones on Planet Side for rare ores. Sometimes the TK320 with enhancers, sometimes not. It depends really what I feel like going for that day. But the F106 is just not going to be for me. It's a TT plus the markup on the F106 is minimum 600 ped that I've seen, more or less 700, 800 ped. It's just not worth the cheaper decay and the plus 60 search depth, so that's not going to happen. And then the final and last question is, what's the attraction of Scoria? And well, you know, I wanted to add another layer of videos onto this. A lot of newer players have been seeing the videos, what we do here and everything, and hunting is, you know, I have 60 something mining videos up. In hunting, I don't do very much anymore, and I used to do a lot of it in the past. And it's something a lot of newer players should see. So hunting with PigBenis is kind of just this new thing. Will I continue it? Yeah. Well, I have another episode coming out here shortly. But it's just another thing for the game, another aspect of the game. Maybe you guys could learn something off of that. I don't know. It's just going to be kind of a fun little thing that I'm going to throw out here and there. Modding with PigBenis is definitely a weekly thing. Hunting with PigBenis maybe every other week or something like that. I like Scoria. They're an all-time highable mob. They drop good loots. They drop caps. They drop guns with high markups. They drop ESIs. They're a hell of a lot of fun to team. Pirates of Calypso, the Soch that I'm in. We go and team hunt them every other night now, and it's just a heck of a lot of fun. And we've been earning a little bit of ped here and there from them too. So it's a lot of fun. I like the Scorias. It's a high HP mob. They don't hit that hard. It's easy to get armor for them, and yeah, it's just it's a lot of fun team hunting too. It brings a whole new social aspect, and you know, we may not be making a ton of ped doing it, maybe losing a little ped here and there, but hey, you know what? Sometimes it's fun in games, and sometimes it's ped. So hey guys, if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section down below. It would help if you guys like and favorite this as well. And you guys are awesome. And thanks for subscribing if you're a new subscriber. And yeah, we'll see you here on Arcadia or Calypso or Hell or Foma or wherever. Thanks for watching.